Even in my house, which is absolutely full of smart devices, there are some things that I just cannot control no matter how many Z-Wave, Zigbee, Wi-Fi smart devices I throw at it. So when SwitchBot reached out and said, hey, do you want to look at the SwitchBot? I was like, heck yes, I think this is going to convert, you know, all of those older analog things that I can't control into things that can be controlled and integrated with my smart home. So let's have a look at the SwitchBot robots. Not quite robots, but the SwitchBots are kind of a little bit like the effect of when I first got my Roomba, and you just want to watch it doing its thing because it's so cool. These things are absolutely not big at all, very small switches that just are quite fun just to keep pressing the button on the app to watch them do their thing. How to control manual older switches and buttons that can't be controlled any other way, maybe not even older. For example, modern day coffee makers, some of them have a digital button that you have to press to turn them on. Not something that you can control even with a smart switch, because you plug in a smart switch into the wall, you turn it on, but digital buttons don't go on and off like that. You need to push them to make them happen. Enter the SwitchBot. Perhaps you've got light switches like I do, which you don't really want to rip out and replace with a Z-Wave or a Zigbee switch, smart switch, and you can't change the bulbs because maybe you've got LEDs installed and you don't want to swap those out for a whole bunch of new LEDs. So a very simple, easy, straightforward solution is a motorized switch, which the SwitchBot does. You download the app, create an account, and then these little SwitchBots come out of the box with a little battery tab on the bottom here, and as soon as you pull that out, the app will immediately recognize the SwitchBot. And from there you can say, do you want the SwitchBot to be a switch style or do you want it to act as a button presser? So let's have a look at the app and I'll show you kind of how that works and how cool that is. I'm in the app now, and as you can see, the bottom left tile says hallway light. So this is the one that I've been playing with, and this is this one that I have in my hand here. Now, if I go into the settings icon there, you can see that you've got a few options. You can rename the name of the device if you'd like to call it something else. And then you have password mode, schedule, cloud service, pairing, etc., etc. I'm not really going to spend a lot of time in a lot of these extra ones here like schedule, because I think it kind of makes sense, you know, do this action at this time. But let's have a look at the mode options. So when we go into the mode options, you've got the option there in the little blue that says switch mode. And if I click on that, you can change it between switch mode and press mode. So just for the sakes of the demo, let's say that we want this to be a press mode switch, which is how it comes out of the box. You might have heard it just kick in there. So this is our main air conditioning central unit, which is very old, very archaic, and needs to be manually turned on. So what I'm going to do now is just demonstrate how within 30 seconds I've lined it up accurately. I've got it in the press button mode, and I've got it for 0 seconds, set for 0 seconds just to turn it on. I'm now going to shout across the room to my smart speaker to get it to turn it on, and you can see it in action. So, turn on the main heater. Right, it works. That easy. I'm excited. Such a simple device that just provides me with endless joy. Now we'll change it from just a press button mode into a switch mode. So if I hit the settings there again, we'll go into the password mode. I'll change it from press mode to switch mode. Confirm. You can do an inverse on-off direction depending on how the switch is set when it first, wherever you place it above the switch. Perhaps it's on, out, or on, off. So North America, to the southern hemisphere have up as on and down as off, and it can change from country to country. Bear with me. And just to show you that there is a press time option, so you can change how long this comes down and presses 4. For some switches, you need to obviously hold the button in for a couple of seconds before the device powers on. As you can see, if I say on, the switch comes down, pushes the switch, and stops. That might be all you want. You could have 2 switches on either end of a switch. One turns it on, one turns it off. But SwitchBot have thought about that, and they have created this little stick-on tab. You put this little nylon bit through here, and it catches it. You stick that to the switch, so when you turn it on, it pushes down, and when you turn it off, it pulls this, and that lifts the switch up and reverses the state, on or off. So very elegant, very simple, quite small, great solution. If you'd like to integrate it with Alexa or Google, you're going to need to have a hub to do that on top of this. But as you can see, as it stands, they can be controlled just over LTE Bluetooth. A few of the highlight features. Obviously it's 3M tape. Stick it to anything, you can take it off later, it's not going to make a mess. You may have also seen the password option in the app. You can set a password so that not just anyone can access this. And I know what you're thinking, wow, that looks like a lot of effort for the battery, but they say that it can last up to 600 days. If you think about it, how many times do you actually turn and off and on a light switch? Probably not that often, which is probably why you get such longevity out of this unit. If you've got any questions, put them in the links in the comments below. I'll link to this stuff as well. As always, like and subscribe if it was helpful for you, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.